Hi guys, Lucy aka the Watchbox Diaries here, and today we have the Bremont S300 Vigo. So let's get into it. So the S300 already has a couple of pieces within the range, and Bremont have released two new pieces to that collection. One is the Calibre, which is based on the black sands of Hawaii. It's very dark, very black. The total contrast of the Vigo, which I have here. This actually took inspiration from the Spanish coastline that Nick and Giles used to go to sailing with their parents when they were younger, which is cute. It's a real cute story. I personally don't see the connection. They based it on the white sands and the clear seas within the area. I don't see that within this watch, but if that is what they used to take inspiration for this design, then who am I to judge? So this piece is a 40mm case. Fits really, really nicely, in my opinion. Some 40mm as part of the EB risk committee can be a bit much, but it entirely depends on how it sort of curves around the wrist. And this does sit really nicely, even though it is quite a chunky boy. So it comes in at 13mm thick, but it has that triptych case design. I feel like the height of it when I first put it on was a bit, oh my God, it's quite high up on my wrist. But because the case design to me is so interesting, I've actually grown not to care that it's kind of higher up on my wrist. Because when I do look at it, I see that case design and that's what I focus on rather than sort of how high it sits. Also, I've been to the wing and I've seen the case from sort of being made as like a base form to sitting on this watch, and I'm kind of into the manufacturing and stuff and the whole sort of story and connection. Because maybe I've seen it from that to this, I focus more on that as well, subconsciously. But yeah, I think it sits really nicely on my little wrist. So I'm not always the biggest fan of mixed metals within a watch. I may have said before that it's not really my thing, but I don't mind it on this watch actually, which kind of surprised me. So it has rose gold indices, rose gold hands, and also a rose gold ring on the crown as well. I don't know whether because the whole aesthetic of it is very simple colour-wise, that it's not too in your face, the contrast, or whether it's the white bezel that sort of just tames down the hues. But yeah, I really don't mind it at all, and it does pick up the light really nicely. This one might divide a few people, but it has a ceramic bezel. It's either kind of a love or a hate thing for a lot of the watch fam. I kind of sit a little bit more within I'm not the biggest fan of a ceramic bezel. I don't entirely see the point of them, but I know some people absolutely love them. I guess if you're not that clumsy, then you literally have no worries. So the things that I really like about this piece is, as I said, the colorway and the aesthetics are so incredibly simple. Clean white dial, clean white bezel. It makes it very easy for me to match outfits to, which if you've ever seen my videos, which hopefully you have, you know I'm a big fan of. Strap changes make a new outfit, so I love that about it. It's really nice and clean. Thankfully, it is a nice and clean dial because obviously the case is quite interesting. So I'm glad they kept the colorway so super simple, because it then balances it out, I think, really nicely. So a couple of gripes that I have, and I'm going to be nitpicky because I can. The loom is pretty good, but I would much prefer loom on each 5-minute increment, especially because this watch is a diver. I would think you may want a little bit more accuracy while you're sort of down in the depths. I'm not gonna need it, but I like it. So yeah, it's one of my gripes. One of the other ones obviously is the ceramic bezel. Personally, I just don't like them that much. But it's a personal preference. And the only other gripe that I really have with this piece is the strap. If you get it on the bracelet, it's never gonna be a problem. But I've really not got along well with this strap. It's very padded, which possibly in the future when you wear it in, it's going to form really, really nicely to your wrist, and it's going to provide that really nice, comfortable cushion. But because this is a loan and the strap was very new when I got it, I've had a tough time, putting it on and fitting it through the loops, and also just getting it to sit where I want it, because obviously it's not bended and shaped to my wrist yet. Yeah, so in the short term, it's a gripe. If you have a Bremont and you have one of these padded straps, let me know if it does wear in nicely and it does become a very nice padded, comfortable strap, because I'd be interested to know. And that is it for me, people. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. I hope you've liked the video, literally. Make sure you give it a like. Help a girl out and make sure you have also subscribed. Turn on that little bell to get notifications of future videos. Do you have any opinions on this video? Do you have any opinions about my likes and gripes? If you do, make sure you drop a comment down below because I love hearing from you guys. So that's it. Until next time. Bye.